will automatically insert. Create it. You have tried both the save as well as insert many. Then we have to use this one to specify where is the system where we are using it. 127.0.0.1 is referring to that system. Referring to that system. Why it should connect? It's not working in your system. Then probably Windows might be blocking, some security might be blocking. Usually localhost means referring to that. So it should work normally. Yes, Vishal.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, Vishal.
Sir, I also had the same doubt, sir. In my system also, localhost is not working, sir.
Localhost is not working means that's what there might be some security might be blocking your system. It should work. Now with IP address, it is also working in my system. Let us see. Let me open this MangoDB compass. Database name you are talking. Database name will be the name which you are giving on. Yes, sir. You are not talking about database, you are talking about collections. Because that holds multiple. No? See, now document is flower, collection is flowers. Like that, it is automatically appending multiple plural. Got it? Now, student data is there, and students. Because this stores multiple students, right? Student numbers, things are there. Here itself, he has given the name of the collection. Now imagine I am giving student only, and I will remove here. Drop collection. Now there is nothing is there. Now I am doing changes. Behavior actually. Documents. Storing in the table only the collection. Probably there might be some parameters where you can control give your own thing. You wanted to store flowers, but in a table named gifts. Probably you can control it. You have to go through their API whether there is they have given the option. You have to go deep. The local host it should work. Earlier also so many students they have worked on it. Still it is allowing me to select it. You just check in your system security. Recently, so many things are blocked by Microsoft because of this. Viruses are so many are there. Still, security they are adding viruses. We have to check whether they are blocking anywhere. Today, what we are going to work. Actually, right now we are just storing into database. Normally, what should happen? User has to fill in the form from client side. He has to send it through post. We have to receive it. Once we receive it, request dot body. Then we have to create a new object of this model. You have to assign the values. Then save or insert. That we have. That the client part we are not. We are already worked on. That logic remains same. Creating the form, sending through post, everything remains same. The middleware, use multer if it is post, or use express.json if it is raw, or express.url if it is URL. Remaining the logic is same. And now, for example, user is filling the data. We can validate it from the client point of view. Yes, sir. Now it is like this. Imagine this is a client, this is browser, this is middleware, and this is database. So client to middleware, this is database, database to middleware, middleware to client. Imagine we have sign up form. We have first name will be there. Likewise, last name will be there, age will be there, email will be there, gender will be there. Multiple fields are there. We will be filling everything, either filling or selecting or read about the check boxes, and we will be submitting to post. And before once you submit it, we will be validating it whether name is valid name or not, age is valid age or not, email is valid email or not. We are validating it. Yes, sir. We can validate it, and if it is valid, then only we can set. Otherwise, we will say that is wrong, this is wrong. That we can do. And we can validate it from server point of view, from Mongo's point of view also you can validate. By chance, if they miss there, we can catch it here. So we call it as double validation. We have you heard about something called two-factor authentication. One, you will be entering your username, your password, but still it will be sending you through OTP. Two-factor authentication. The same way, two-factor validation. You will be validating here, same time you will be validating it here. So to validate from client server middleware point of view, we can use schema. Schema is a very powerful thing actually. We have just created keys and data types, but it is the more powerful. Today we are going to work on that schema validations. Now let me create it. So let me create a new project. Uh, in MangoDB, I am creating a new folder. Let's say schema. say server dot say then I wanted to create package.json and I wanted to install Mongoose to connect to MongoDB. So, package.json file is created. Then I'll say install Express if I wanted to connect it to client. In course, if I require to want in the Mongoose. Then if I want, I can use monitor. I'm not doing all these things, but there are possibilities. So from client, if I wanted to send the request, I can use Express, and I can use Multer if I'm sending through post. And the course for security, Mongoose for connecting for post. Then what I will do, I'll say storage. Then Mongoose. How to give the URL MongoDB no. In your case, if it is not working, use the 127.0.0.1. But normally it should work. Probably system security might be stopping. Then the name of the database. You don't need to create the database there. If you give it here, it will automatically create it. It will be some data. I will say what name should I any name. Something I'm giving the database name called Mars. There are certain people who are ready to travel to Mars. They know they are not going to come back, but still there are people are ready. So we wanted to collect their information. The name of the database is Mars. Okay. And this may connect, this may not connect, it may work, it may not work. So what I will do, any activity you perform on MongoDB is a synchronous activity. I'm creating a function connect to MDB. MDB means MongoDB. I think I will try. Then by chance if it is throwing any error, we want to show it how to I'll be error handling. This code I will be adding it inside try block. Whatever the error throws in try block, it comes to the catch block. Here I will say something or something wrong. I'll just explain this. And and if no error, then here it's a log connected to MongoDB, connected to MongoDB. Then I wanted to save some users details. So what I will do to save it, I must create an object. To create that object, I must create a class. To create the class, I must create a schema. It will be like this. In MongoDB, object only will be stored. Object only will be stored. That object must be the instance of a class which must be created using schema. From schema, we'll be creating class. From class, we'll be creating the object. That object will be storing. So what I do, first of all, I'll create schema. Let traveler schema who wanted to go to Mars. You say new mongoose dot schema, and here I want to create the name page number email. Simple I have created it, name, age and email, and based on this I want to create a class. I will say Mars traveler. Mars traveler is equal to new mongoose dot model, and here I have to give the name of table or collection. As I said, it will be creating plurals. Uh, in model name, it is asking schema. Are you able to see the third parameter is collection? Probably that might be the name of the collection we might want it to give. Let me try. I am giving traveler schema, and the third one is the collection which I want it to give marks. I don't know whether it works or not, but let us see. I've created the class. Then I wanted to store it into database. So I will let store to DB replacing then let example I type the value. I'm going to come back. I'm going to go to Mars. And then new name of the class. Here, what we wanted to pass name, the value, yes, sir. 20, 22. Think that in order. Owner. M Durga Reddy email created something. Then I'll say Durga Reddy. Either I can save like this or insert mass tablets dot insert many. I can pass it as an entity. Now I have done this and I will call this store to MTB when after successfully connecting to. This is what we have done in our last session also. We run it. I'll say but we haven't given any confirmation whether successful or not. Here, let me check first of all. Mars Travelers is the name of the database, right? Uh, database we have used. Mars script is the name of the database. I think it is not created. Let us see what might be wrong. We have tried something new that collection. That's what we don't call this. We don't call this connected to MD. This is one issue which we are going to solve. And here also I'll write try catch if there is something wrong. Let me try. Unable to say that you will data. Mass travel is not defined. Not defined. Not defined. What is the name of the tag? ERA, VA, and then ER. ERA, VA, is that ER? Now let us try again. Save successfully. I'll come here. Reload. Mars trip is coming. Mars travelers are coming. That means third parameter, whatever you pass, you can give your own. You have to go through the document. It will be there. I'm clicking on. Now it is should show some data. Say, right? If you don't give anything, whatever the object you are saying, plural it is staying. That is what. Now the point is, now I wanted to and age, and email, age is showing. Now is the right values? But still, if I say save, it will be saved. Let's say Mars travelers. The class name dot insert any. Now let me run it. I'm purposefully giving wrong data, but still it accepts. Save successfully. I'll come here. I'll just refresh it. Here the refresh option is there. I'm refreshing it. H is there, age 296, email. Storing or not? Storing. Now I don't want these things to happen. First thing, from client we can control. Here also I wanted to do. What I'm saying. In this case, we can schema validations of it. In this case, schema validations of it. Now let us come to schema. Now we will improvise this schema a bit better. Is there age? Is there email? Is there? I want it. Give more details. Name, age, email. I'll say gender, uh, marital status. I want it to be. Now age should be between 18 to 80. Just filling the form minimum 18 age should be there, for example. Anything between 18 to 80 it should accept. Beyond that it should not accept. Email should be actual valid email. And there should be only two possible values, male, female. There should be only two possible values, married or single. Any string, any string accepts. Any string it accepts. Email is a string, any string it accepts. I don't want it to accept like this. Yes, schema validation will be built. How do we do that? We go through the documentation. How goes we'll go to their website. MongoDB website will go. Now we have successfully connected to it. Not a problem. Now we'll go through the documentation. Now here are able to see schemas. Schemas we can go through it. I'll click on API schema. Now, first of all, it supports these data types: string, number, boolean, array, buffer, date, object ID. So it supports any string or number or boolean. Also, these are the things it supports. And what we do, we will try with the first. Right number, very easy. Right. string number, date number, and all. Somewhere they have given it. Okay, they look into that. Go through all these things. Yes. These are important here. I'm looking into schema types. I'm going to Mongoose documents. In the documents, I'm going to schema types, guides, schema types. Let me take this website. Mongoose days. I'm clicking on read the docs. And here I'm clicking on schema types. I click on schema types, and if I scroll down, now here we look into something called all schema types. What? All schema types. These all schema types is applicable to any data type. Can be number, can be string, can be boolean, any data type it accepts. There are so many other required default, select, validate, get, set, alias. So many other this required. Boolean or function, if true, adds a required value for this one. That means what? Now I'll come here. First of all, name is required. Now, if I don't give name and if I try to save, it still accepts. Now observe here. What I will do, I will create one more. Let Ankit to Mars traveler. I'll say email my the email मुझे पता नहीं. I haven't given name, I haven't given age, I haven't given gender, matter, sex, nothing I have given. Just I have given email मुझे पता नहीं. Now I will add this Ankit. It accepts it or not accepts it because nothing is mandated. Right? Stop it. And you can say start. Saved successfully. I'll come here and I'll say refresh. Now see here. This email, मुझे पता नहीं इसका. No name, no age, no email. I don't want it to allow like that. So in that case, what I will do, I'll come to the schema. What is the data type of schema here? Data type of schema. What is the data type of name here? String. Now what I will do, I'll delete this. Date or bracket like this. Specify type. Same thing. But if you create like this, the advantage is you can give more details. I will say required. If the name value is not given, it will not allow to save. It is not given, it will not allow to save. Now let us see here. Now what I will do, I will just delete everything. we will try it again. It should not allow me to save. Now there is nothing in it. Now what we have done, name type string only, but required true we have given. So when it comes to Ankit Mishra, we are not giving the name. So now if I say npm star, let us see what happens. Now are able to see validation expired because kind is required. Name of name is required, value is unrequired. What I'm saying. So we are controlling the validation. We are validating. Now required is something is applicable to each and every data type. Now I don't want only name is required. I want for age also. So what I will do for age also I will specify like this. Right? Then required. Email also I want it to be required. Right? Required. And gender also. Required. Marital status also. Right? And required. Understanding what we are doing. Now, if while saving, I must give name, give age, I must give email, gender, marital status. Without giving all this, it will not accept. Now, what I will do here, I will just say refresh. Nothing is there. Now, what I will do, will give everything. Now, let me delete this also. Now, one click is there. Now, I am giving name, around 25. Email, anything I am giving. Even if I give G2P also tax, but some value must be given. What we have tried, value must be given. This email, then mail, marital status. Now I have given it, and now I am just saving into this. It should be saved. Now let us try again. So we have given it, saved success because we have given it. Now see refresh. Got your point? Okay. Now what we have done, value must be there, but still age is not a valid age. Email is not a valid. That also we will be working on step by step. Understood what is required, and default any or function sets a default value for the path. If the value is a function, then the value of the function is used. That means if no value is given, what you wanted to store. If no value is given, what you wanted to store is the default value. Now what I will do, for example, for marital status, I am giving default single. I am giving it. Now what happens? Passing anything. It is mandatory. Even if you don't pass, the default accept value will be taken. Now let us see. Now I am just deleting this. Now I want it to run. Saved successfully. Even though it is mandatory, even anything for marital status, but still it has taken as single. Understood what is default value? If you don't give anything, that it will take. Understood required. Understood default. Understood type. Type also is something which is applicable to all. Now, what we will do? We will be doing a bit more. We will be doing a bit more. Come to numbers. Let's come to numbers. Now we can control what should be the minimum value, what should be the maximum value. So min is there, max is there, enum is there, populate is there, min and max. Number creates a validator that checks if the value is greater than or equal to the given. Creates a validator that checks if the value is less than or equal to the given. Now what I can do, create to age, I will say required in 18 and above. Then max 80, 80 or below. If I try to give anything beyond 80, it will not accept. Now, according to our data, it should accept. It accept or it should not accept? It should not accept. Now, let us try it. Now, I am just running it. Now, see what happens. What is the error it is giving? Traveler validation failed. I am printing the error object. The error object has anything. Now, string value is 250. Kind maximum value is crossing. That's why it is showing. Message path age is more than the maximum allowed value. You can display this to the user if you want. Get the property that key, pass it to the user. Or if you want, you can give your own messages also like this. What I will do here, minimum 18 is there. So I'll say minor hello. I'm giving my own message and the 80 is beyond that 80 or above. Something else. So these messages will be displayed. Now, if I run this, now also it will not store. It will be our own. Or above 80. Why do you want to? Earlier it was different. Now this is our own message. Your own message also. See, validation should be done. We checked twice from client side and here. By chance, if we miss there, see, villain wanted to kill hero in faction movies. Plan A. 0 misses there, then plan B. Both plans. Understood? Minimum and maximum and our own messages. Right? Now let us look it into I wanted to show it through documentation. The reason is imagine for few days you haven't worked. Then you come to the documentation, you can realize okay, then we have learned from this. Like that. From that point of view, I'm showing we have something called genome. So are able to see enum. Enum is something which is applicable to string, which is applicable to number also. Now I want this enum to be applicable to string. What exactly this enum means? You are giving certain values, it accepts only that. Beyond that, it will not accept. Now array creates a validator that checks if the value is in the given array. That means what? Now we come to gender. Type string required true. We have to give any string, it accepts. But I want it to accept only two possible values, male, female. So in that case, I'll give enum. Enum accept male. It will not accept anything other than this. Now, let us see whether it is case sensitive or not. Now, what I am doing, wanted to say, first of all, it will not say because of the age. Now I am giving the age like this. Now I am giving gender, male I am giving M capital. Let us see whether it accepts it or not. Now age is not a problem, age also it should accept it. I'll say npm start. Not accepting it. What is the problem? Path, gender, value. So n capital is not accepted. N capital is not accepted. Now give m small. Now let us see. Now let me try again. Should accept. Save success. Now marital status single married. Don't want it to allow anything other than those two things. Can be done or not? Marital status default is single. What I will do, I'll give not accept anything other than this. Understood enough, right? So we have worked on min, max, enum. Min, max for numbers, enum we have worked for strings. The string supports so many things, lowercase, uppercase, trim, match, inlet, max. So many are there. We'll be using it. So we have worked on. I'm refreshing it. Now, out of these things, age is perfect, and what do you say? This gender is also perfect. Marital status is also perfect. But now here we are going to face a problem. User has to enter for male, only for female. This capital, what is happening? Error is happening. So what I will do, this is type string only, right? Gender is type string only. Here there is something called lowercase. Boolean whether to always call to lowercase or the value. That means what? Whatever you enter, everything will be converted into lowercase. You give lowercase to true, uppercase to true, it will be converted into uppercase. Now, when it comes to gender, if the user enters male small, female small, no problem. Enters any letter capital, it will not work. So we use lowercase to true, that will be converted into lowercase and it accepts. Point. Two lowercase we have worked, remember in the JavaScript strings. JavaScript strings we have worked at them, it's there. Now what I will do, when it comes to marital status, we are accepting male and female both small. Say lowercase. That means even if I give uppercase also, that will be converted into lowercase instead. Now observe here. Mistra, I am typing everything capital. Normally it should not accept. Because capital is not accepted. Only male small, female small. But even though I am giving capital, it should accept it because we have given lowercase to. Not accepting. It's giving error for single, not for gender. Getting error, that error is related to marital status. Actually, because marital status we are not giving any value in this case. That's why it is giving error. It is required. Now I'll say marital I am giving in this also I am giving everything I L L one letter small, one letter capital like right. Whatever I give, everything will be converted into here lowercase 2 we have given lower case. Now let us see it should work. The male and both gender and marital status. Before saving, what is actually happening? Everything is converting into lowercase and save. Now male also storing into lower, marital status also. Can you convert that into uppercase? Yes, uppercase too. Okay. So normally user fills it in the form. There we have to do validation. If validation is perfect, then we have to send client middleware. In middleware also we are checking before storing it. Double authentication. Now friend is calling. You have seen your mobile. Your friend is calling. Your brother is calling. You it's like this. Your brother send a message. Give me 20,000. What do you do? Sent a message saying please transfer me 20,000. What do you do? confirm yourself whether it is your brother or not. Anyone can send message. If your brother lost the phone, stolen, your brother's phone is stolen. You are already in loss. If he sends a message from WhatsApp or something else, you don't blindly send. You make a call, you'll confirm whether you are your brother or not. Then you will set it. Double verification. Here also. Understood enum, understood type, required, uh, min, max, lowercase, uppercase. Lowercase is uppercase there. And trim. Trim means a boolean whether always called trim on the value. Trim means you are sending extra white spaces before or after. Just to show you an example, now what I will do, I am coming to name. We have worked on gender. Now gender is almost done. String only and value is mandatory. Whatever you give, everything will convert into lowercase. Matter status is almost the same thing. Gender is almost the same thing. Separately, age also we are almost done. Except between 18 to 100, like this. When it comes to name, now I wanted to this. Now required true I have given. Here also I can give minimum length, maximum length. Minimum length and maximum length. There min max for number. Here minimum length, maximum length. You can find it here. Maximum length. Min max. Here the name what I wanted to do minimum length. Letter should be there. Maximum 25 letters should be there. The name will be minimum 2 letters will be there. Home is the smallest. Type required minimum, type string required string, required true, minimum length to maximum length true. If I try to give only single letter, it will not accept. If I try to give more than, it will not accept. Now what I will do, I'll come here and I will say Ankit Mishra from Maharashtra. I think number of letters are more than 25, I guess. Add something. Something I have added more than 25 letters. Now it should allow, it should not allow. It should not allow. Stop. It's giving error. Ankit Mishra from Uttar Pradesh, type maximum. What is the message? Path name Ankit Mishra from Uttar Pradesh is longer than the maximum allowed length. That is the message generated by them. If you want, you can add your own message also. Now what I will do? Maximum length, right? Name is too big. Will not generate the custom generated message. We will give our own. Now see. Now message is this. The name is longer than the maximum allowed length. Now it will no message. See here if you go for see the message. You will do. Understanding what I am doing. Now I'll give call is less than to the name only. A only. Another message now. Minimum length is the issue. Too small. Minimum length, maximum length for strings, min, maximum for number. Enum is applicable to both numbers and the strings, but mainly for strings. Enum. Lowercase, uppercase. Required type. And let us look at into this trim. Trim means, as I said, unwanted white spaces will be removed. Just to give you an example, now I am giving name A. Few spaces added here, and few spaces added here. Now the count is more than 2. Now let me save. It should save now. I'll come here and refresh it. Are you able to see here? A spaces is also there. I don't want it to allow that spaces. In that case, what I will do, I will say trim to for name. Now what I will do, not allow me now. Why? After trimming, only one letter will be there, which is less than 2 letters. It should not allow me now. Let us. It is not allowing because it is trimming and it is less than the minimum. Now what I will do, I just type I am maintaining that spaces. It should not be stored. Saved successfully. While saving, I have given the extra white spaces, but here you don't find them. See, no spaces. Understood what is string? And this validation. If we apply these validations in our form, it is easy. In our form, we have to create refs, we have to on change or on focus, we have to write so many conditions. Here we are simply creating objects. It is doing the lower case we have tried, uppercase we have tried, trim we have tried, enum we have tried, match is something which we try. That is different. How to do validation. Now it's like this. You are clicking on submit button. But an advanced developer adding a breakpoint in the code and changing the values and setting. Then got a point. In that case, your file storing you got to. Now we will try this match. Match is related to regular expressions. Now email we need regular expression. We can use this match. Now we will try buffer is useful for storing the files. validate. We can create a validate function validate function for this property. Here type number, minimum value, maximum value. Values. Enum. See enum, you can give the values what you want to accept. If there is anything wrong, give the error message what exactly. If user is not entered male or female or gender, say your own message. Accepted values are male or female, something like that. Message. Something called validators here. Now we can give our own regular expression. Regular expression only, right? We will just copy this. For not required also, we can give, not given, you can give your own message. Okay, validate the I'm just copying. I wanted to apply this for email. Regular expression email. Now email, whatever you give, it is accepting, which I don't want it. So I'll just copy it. I will come to mail, email. I'll just paste it. Validate that we are giving validate. Whatever user is typing is coming here. We are checking with the regular expression which returns true or false. If it is true, that's fine. If it is false, this message will be displayed. Now, this regular expression should be related to email. This is for phone number. I want from email. So I'll say JavaScript regular expression. Now see here, unable to see this regular expression. This is regular expression for email. Yes, sir. I'm just copying this and I'll paste it here. Right? And here I'll say it's not a valid. If this regular expression is correct, it should work. Let us try it now. For email, we are giving something which is pata nahi. That's what I'm giving. We should not accept. Say, start showing. Now see value. मुझे पता नहीं is not a valid email. Now I change this to now is this a valid email ID or valid? It should accept. Understood the importance of schema validation. Yesterday, we haven't worked in detail about schema, just created type, that's key, type, that's it. But today we have worked on in detail whether it is required or not, converted to lowercase or uppercase, what are the values it should accept. If it is wrong values, what should the message should be shown. All those things here. Mainly numbers, strings, images. These are the main three things we use for any enums. Understood what is schema validations? We are what do you say? We're accepting from the client through React.js. We are checking it again. We are checking it. Both are. You know, you wanted to purchase a bulb, for example. You have go to supermarket, take one bulb. Here it will be written tested. Okay, it's already tested, and they are saying it is working fine. What do you do? Again, you will check it before you pay the sale. Understood? Insert schema validation. Schema is the powerful thing here. Yesterday we have used the schema just to create an object class. Class we have created to create an object because this stores objects like objects. Now our schema, see Yesterday our schema is just 3 lines only. Yesterday our schema is just 3 lines. Name, age, email. Lines. But now our schema is much bigger. Name, how many letters should be there. Now here also you can give. So if it is not given, what's the message you wanted? The message will be shown. Name, then the age which is number, then email which is the regular expression. Gender it is enum, marital status also. Got a point? Normally files will not be stored in database. Even though it supports, files will not be stored into database. Files will be stored into a folder structure in a folder, and the path will be stored into database. Path will be stored into database. Path will be just a string. The earlier we were working on one of the applications which are related to JEE exams. We have collected so many questions. It's CD based, long based. We have collected lots of questions from so many books, and through our data entry operators, we have to get it typed, and we have converted those things into images. We converted those questions into images. Why we need images? Is because maths has certain formulas. The formulas directly cannot be stored into text. Converted those things into images, and we have stored those images into database. Then whenever user clicks on a new mock test, he will be getting from that database and displaying it on the screen. Everything is working fine, but while getting from the database, it was taking almost 70 to 75 seconds. All the images were stored into database. We had very tight schedules, that needs to be improvised, but we don't have time. So we have released that initial version just like that. Then after the release to the public, then we have to work on the next version too, right? Then we want to improvise it. Seconds, 75 seconds, it is taking time. Then what we have done, we have changed our approach. What we have stored all those files into folders, and that paths we have stored it into database. And from database, we are getting those paths and displaying it. We will be getting the path. Once we get the path, we can display now. And next time, in next version, the same thing is loading in less than 5 seconds. 3 seconds and very fast. That's why files should not be stored into database. Should not be means you can store it, works, but it hits performance. You have to store it into a folder and give that. Now you are uploading some file to YouTube. They will not store. They will not store it into database. They will store it into a folder, and they store that path into database. Got a point? But still, if you wanted to store it, you can use buffer where you can use it. Monica, do you have any questions?
Sir, by mistake it was cancelled.
No problem. Matter status is nothing by default. Understood overall? Matter status. For matter status, we have given the default value even if user didn't give it access. For gender, we haven't given any default. User has to give. Yes, user has to give. Otherwise, if you want, you can give your own email also. If you want, you can give default values. Age, name. Now, our schema is not just 5 lines or 6 lines. It is got a point? Clear? And I want you to work on this. Now, what I want you to do, you create a form in client. Don't give any validations from client. Just click on submit, pass to middleware to post. Then you collect the values from middleware and assign to this object and try to save. Now, if it is wrong values, your schema validation should stop. Got a point? Client side validations, you have already done that. So that's the reason I'm saying don't focus. Focus on this. So again, 3 times. Instead of using the MySQL, use the MongoDB. Use MongoDB and implement these things. From client, you just give any wrong value, your server should say invalid value. Send that error message to the client and display it on that. If you want, you can use Bootstrap and display in model in red color. In middle now. Next, we'll be working on retrieval. Now we are working on insert. Next, we'll be working on. There is a method called find. In that find, we can get what we want. You give what you want, it will give us what. Here we are not using any SQL. We are using just functions and parameters. That's why it is called as no SQL. People say no SQL, but it is actually functions with parameters. We are just passing from here. Now we have used insert many. Next we are going to work on a method called find. It is very powerful, very effective, very good also. That will be working in our sessions. Okay. I want you to try this. Okay. Create the client, middleware, database. Before setting it into database, you just use schema validation. Okay. Again, I have just shown you through this. I have gone through this documentation. You just go through this documentation once. For schemas, you click on the schema types. They will be showing you what is applicable, what are the data types it supports, and it is applicable to what now. See, so all schema types is applicable to each and every data type, and there are few applicable to numbers, few applicable to strings. Date is there. Date is something which we have to write. We want to send that data. Minimum date, what is maximum date, and express. And we have tried this validation also. The documentation, everything is available. Which is easy? MySQL is easy or this is easy? MySQL is easy. You will feel MongoDB is easy after the next session. Because it is very easy. Because this is very easy, that's the reason I have covered MySQL first. Imagine, I have covered MySQL first. If I covered MongoDB first, then you don't show interest on MySQL. Both are same database only. We'll always prefer to MongoDB. Then you don't practice much on MySQL. That's the reason I have covered the MySQL first. You have practiced almost correct operations. Now you are comfortable in that. Now we are coming. Got a point? What is your view? MongoDB 2. It's a post only now. Your love what? For post, what do you do? Same thing. See, here I have written everything normally, but you create this everything inside this now. Okay, I'm storing into database. What I will do, I'll just create them. I have to use express because count express is equal to required express. Okay, then count. Then what I will do, app dot post. App dot post. I'll say slash sign up. Here, this response, and done. And if I am using a multer, I'll get multer or access.json or access.url. Now what I will do, everything will be inside a request.body. Request.body. Everything will be inside request.body. Now if I wanted to save, what I will do, I will put it here. Now name will be dot body dot name. What the user is sending from there. Age will be request dot body dot age. Email will be request dot body dot. Understanding what I'm doing? Request dot body dot email. Request dot body.
మౌనిక వచ్చింది
Request
రోజు వస్తాను పాప పొద్దున్నే
dot body dot. We'll click send it to post. We'll receive it here from request. We are asking. Then we are giving it. Everything remains. I have put it everything inside post. That is schema. It will do automatically. See, whenever we say insert many or save, it will check through validations and it will throw error. By chance, if there is any error, now we will say response.json. It will set that. We will receive it and display that. Now, what URL you want? Got my point? I want you to integrate it, but anyway, I have shown you that also. I want you to this as the. You should not. I should not. I wanted to write, but anyway, I have shown it. Everything is remains same. Schema validations will do automatically whenever you are trying to save it. When are we trying to save it? Once we collect the values and assign to the object. Collecting the values once the user sends through post. Then collecting from request.body, then assign. Which I want. Insert schema validation is another handle. Let me take